Well, good morning, everyone. Morning, everybody. Today we will be signing another 103 bipartisan bills into law. But before we talk about that a little bit, I just want to say what a historic moment and a proud moment this morning, because I'm sitting with the Speaker of the House and the President Pro Tem of the Senate, and it's, I think, the first time we've had two African-American females as the presiding officer, so she's filling in. So we better get a couple pictures of this. I'm saying. But we're going to sign these bills into law, including some of our top priorities. We're extending the More Jobs for Marylanders program, which is one of the most transformative programs that we've launched to make our state an even more attractive place to start a business and to create jobs. Violent crime continues to be Marylanders' top priority, and today we're signing our Judicial Transparency Act so that the public knows more about the sentences that are being handed down for violent criminals. We're further expanding our warrant apprehension efforts and strengthening prosecutions of gun crimes. Today, ahead of Earth Day, we're continuing our commitment to environmental stewardship by becoming the first state in the nation to leverage private capital in ways that benefit water quality and conservation projects. And lastly, we will be signing critical legislation to protect our firefighters and first responders from toxic chemicals. This bill is named in honor of George Walter Taylor, who spent decades as a firefighter at Pax River Air Station. And these are just some of the bipartisan measures that we're signing today. We have a number of bills for families of firefighters, and we still have hundreds of bills that are in the review process, but I want to thank the presiding officers and the legislative leaders on both sides of the aisle for working together with us on these important priorities as we continue to change Maryland for the better. So with that, I'm going to ask the Senate President Pro Tem to say a few words, and then we'll turn it over to the Speaker.
Good morning, and I want to say thank you to Governor Hogan and Speaker Jones and to all of my colleagues. A few months ago, the Senate of Maryland announced our legislative plan to ensure community safety throughout Maryland. We knew then, as we still all know, that Marylanders must feel safe in their communities. Community safety was a top priority and focus throughout the 2022 legislative session. I believe that our comprehensive community safety plan targets prevention, intervention, justice, and rehabilitation, and it provides the tools and resources necessary for the executive branch to address the most critical needs in our state's criminal justice system. The bills signed today reflect our dedication to community safety strategies and resources. Establishing the Maryland Gun Analytics Center to screen and vet illegal firearms cases in Maryland is just one of the many initiatives that will become law today. I also want to note that this bill signing demonstrates our continued commitment to Maryland's businesses and the economy, particularly our small, minority, and women-owned business owners. It's critical that we continue to invest in our economy as we emerge from COVID-19 pandemic. And with that, it's my pleasure to turn it over to the Speaker of the House.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm pleased to be here once again for another round of bill signings. When we started the session, it was clear that in getting back to some semblance of normal and adjusting to this new normal, there would be a vast and widespread need for support. Fortunately, federal assistance and wise decision-making left us with a surplus that allowed us to direct additional resources to help Marylanders who need it the most. The bills we're signing today and many of the other bills we passed this session demonstrate the General Assembly's commitment to rebuilding the foundation of our economy, Maryland's middle class and its families. We're getting Marylanders back to work, investing in our students and in education, putting a greater focus on mental and behavioral health, ensuring a safer communities, creating a clean, sustainable environment, and protecting your private information in a growing virtual world. I want to commend our hardworking members, particularly our committee chairs and others in leadership, for using this session to think outside the box and to come up with meaningful legislation to solve pressing issues. I want to thank you, Mr. Governor and Madam Pro Tem, instead of the President. I can't overstate how proud I am of what we were able to accomplish this session to benefit Marylanders across the state. And with that, as I always say, let's get these bills signed.